back to another podcast, another week.
Yo.
It's been a crazy week.
Has been.
Right? Like
sure.
time flies by fast.
It does, man.
Crazy.
So if you guys are new, my name is Christian. I'm one of the hosts. Another host is Alex.
Lexus does whatever.
And today we got another treat for you guys. We got someone in the local area that's making a lot of noise, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, man. What's up, you guys? It's your boy Luke Paul, a.k.a. Mr. Visionary, at Visionary Club Clothing, Levi's, man. Check me out. I got some dope pieces as you see on the wall.
Yeah.
Try to go crazy,
For sure. All right, Luke. Well, this is the first time I've met you. I've seen your stuff before, like on Instagram,
Yeah.
like TikTok and stuff. But so a little, like starting off a little bit, like about you. Tell them, like, if for those who don't know, tell them exactly like what you do, what's Visionary, like your brand, and like just tell them a little bit about what you do.
No, so basically, what I do, I create dope clothes, basically.
For sure.
I mean,
That's behind us.
But a lot of my pieces, like, have a unique message behind it. It's just me being my creative ways, my creative thoughts. I just go crazy, So, my brand, the purpose behind my brand is that we all got purpose in life, know. So when you truly find your purpose, that's when you're truly visionary. So I mix my love for streetwear and inspiring people to really tap into the true purpose. So that's why people like resonate to my clothes so much, because they say like, "Yo, this is so dope. I never see something like this." People see dope clothes, but don't see something like this. And my personality is like in the clothes. Like it's crazy. Like it's a crazy thing. Quick, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure. Like one of the jackets that's behind you, it says like no longer blinded, right?
Yeah.
So like, where did you get? What's the idea behind that? As far as like the phrase, the clothing line, like just kind of speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, so this piece right here like has deep meanings to me, just because like in the beginning of my brand, it was just a side hustle. It was nothing crazy, just like a little side money. I didn't really see it being bigger what it seemed. So couple months later, everybody like, yo, start messing with it. I'm like, okay, this is going somewhere.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but like, how old were you?
I was,
because I kind of want to I want the viewers to, I kind of want you to paint the picture on like how old were you, like where were you, because there could be somebody out there who's like who wants to start clothing brand or even like music, something artistic, something that's like out of the norm, right? Because I think Christian, we could both agree, all of our parents wanted us to be doctors, lawyers, that whole typical.
Especially I'm Haitian, like
how old were you? Like where did this all start? Where did this all come from?
For my brand, I was 19. I started my brand
10 or 19?
19. I was 19. When I started my brand, I was 19. It was during COVID actually, and so COVID that was a pinnacle point in my life where everything is transpired just so fast for me. For that piece right here, so like I was saying, this brand was a side hustle, man. It was a side hustle. It was nothing crazy. And then after a couple years later, I'm like, yo, all right, I finally start seeing the brand, what the direction that I want the brand to go. Yeah. And when I say no longer blind, I mean my vision is clear. Like I see the path. I see the final. I see it. Like, you feel me? A lot of people don't see to see a vision. Only I can see my vision.
Sure.
Your goals, your dreams. Only you can see your vision. Only you can see your vision.
That's right.
For me personally, I see the vision of my brand. That's why I create this piece, No Longer Blinded. When somebody when you're walking, it blinds your eye, all the sparkling on it, everything like that. That shows that people can't see. They're too blinded by your vision. That's I just created this dope piece.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like thought into it. So
No, for sure. Like how old were you when you realized that you were influenced by fashion?
Oh man, I mean, I think I was young, probably like 10, 12.
Like what was it that clicked? Like, oh, you're like, okay, I kind of like.
It started clicking in high school because I was named best dressed in high school. If you don't know,
for sure.
I went to Bayshore my last year, and I was named. Yeah,
shout out Bayshore.
Shout out to Bayshore, man. Let's
go.
Yeah, I'm
Lego Ranch. I'm Mustang.
All right. I just let it.
Nah, yeah.
Shout out Lego Ranch.
So I went to Bayshore my last year, and then I was named best dressed. I'm like, all right, cool. That's very different. Like that shows something. That's right there was like something like that clicked for me. Like, all right, I can do this fashion stuff. 'Cause I was like in high school, I was wearing shirts backwards or like basketball jerseys.
Yeah, that's what my question was. Go ahead.
Yeah, like basketball jerseys backward. I was wearing like Walmart pieces with some expensive pieces. I was matching like clothing and like having like a whole like diverse on me. Like I could wear sweatpants with a dope Supreme jacket or like it was just so diverse and versatile. A lot of people was like, okay, I'm rocking with this. He's not just wearing like this high fashion, high end. You know, he actually versatile with his stuff. So that's when it started clicking for me. And I was like, all right, man, I can do this for real. So
No, that's pretty cool. So, talk to us early on, like you were saying. What were the people saying? They were like, "Oh man, like besides, like, were they like judging you? Were they kind of like, man, this is different?"
I mean, for the jersey, when your jersey backward, of course, they were like, "Come on, right?" Like, teacher, you walk in the hallway, teacher's like, "You know, your jersey backward." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." You know, that type of stuff.
It's different, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you were like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Why not? Like, that's creative.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and then I fell in love with it. So I just be myself. And a lot of people at the time was like, I was playing basketball, so a lot of people in the county in the area know me for basketball.
Sure.
That's why I was not scared to be myself, because I don't really care what people thought. You know, at the time.
Correct. Yeah.
So for you to really be yourself, you have to find that true confidence in yourself before, and then you can really unleash something that you don't even know you have in you. So I had that confidence and that swagger, and then boom.
That's true. Confidence is key.
That's
No,
true.
it is true.
So talk to us. Did you have a big following from high school, or how did you grow your following?
Yeah, let them know how much followers you got.
So one thing about basketball is like a lot of people in the area knew me already. So when I started the brand, I just transferred all that into the brand. Especially I was customizing shoes for 5 years before.
Oh, snap. So you used to customize shoes?
Yeah. I was customizing shoes prior for 5 years, so I already got clientele from that. And so when you got a big clientele from basketball and customized shoes,
Sure.
it translate, it just transfer over. So, and it just kept growing from there. And then, I got 20K followers, so
Something like. I probably told like 3 people, right?
It took a while to get to that. It took me like, I'm on like about to go to year 3 of my brand. So you got to think about it. It's like, I kept it organic. A lot of people like, do this, do that, get more followers. But I kept my brand organic, because nowadays you can buy followers and all that. Well, I was I want to do organic way, get people like hardcores in person, face to face type of way. So
Yeah.
that's where my brand's going. Everybody F with it, man. Messing with it.
So like before the brand, what was like your first design? Like, do you remember, like, even if it could be your own personal one? Like, for example, I'm gonna tell you, like me, I'm not I'm not like a Fashion Nova type of. I don't have my own. I'm not like you, but I don't know. Since I was a kid, I always had this like thing where like I always made sure my clothes were folded before I went to bed. I chose my outfit before I went to bed, so when I woke up, I had my outfit ready. Like, and everybody remember. I don't know if y'all did this, Christian. I don't know. But like, you ever like your first day of school?
Yep.
Had to.
Like, yo, my clothes were on the bed, bro.
Got to what?
Had to, man.
Like, already, I had the clothes folded. I had the shoes there. But I remember even times where when I got done with like wearing pants, and I felt like I was just wearing them too much, I would like cut them.
Oh, okay.
Like, add different. So like for you, what was like your first design that made you realize that like, oh, I can actually start creating something?
First design moment. I mean, I'll probably like middle school, because I went to like a very artsy school, and we was able to express yourself in that school. So I went to Lee Middle School.
Oh, shout out Lee Middle School.
Yeah, it's like down the street, man. It's like
bro, it is.
hometown hero, So I went to Lee, and then I had art for 1 year, and then we had a project to just design like you had to make a collage.
Sure.
So when you do collages, basically you just get random stuff around the house and just cut it and paste it on paper. That right there, I was like, okay, I actually like doing this.
Yeah.
It actually intriguing. Like you can make something beautiful at the end from different pieces and like stuff around the house. So that was probably like the first like vivid moment that I remember my design just kicking in. Like it started picking up.
Do you remember like what pieces it was that you grabbed, or was it just like like you just growing, like, are you just like gluing like a picture to your shirt, or like
no.
Like,
No, so it was on a paper though. It was like basically
on paper, okay.
Yeah, on paper. So you have to like create a person. So of course, me playing basketball, I made a basketball person wearing a soccer jersey.
Okay.
It's very different. It's very different. But
course,
that was me, because I was a kid who wore soccer jerseys. I'm a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even like play soccer, but I love the culture. I love the game.
Yeah.
So I had a basketball player wearing a soccer jersey, and then basketball players around in the background. So it was pretty dope. That was like a first vivid moment that I really remember. Like this create something.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's dope.
So
when did you feel like you was that like aha moment when you started realizing like I could sell I could sell product?
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
Like, was it planned, or was it just like, fuck it, let me just do it?
Nah, like
talk about it.
So the first aha moment was like I said, it was side hustle at first. This brand was a side hustle.
Sure.
So it was like this one big TikToker at the time. Like she had about like 400,000 followers, right? 400,000
Ooh, okay.
followers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. She DM'd me.
Oh, she DM'd you.
Yeah, she
Ooh.
DM'd me like about my piece. Like my pieces were very like simple, nothing crazy, but they were different.
Where were you posting these on
Instagram.
Instagram? Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, cool. How the heck that one person found me on Instagram? Like, I don't everybody.
Correct. Yeah.
So after that, like she like was rocking with it. Like she was rocking with it. Shout out to Treasure, man. You really put me on. Really, you know, I appreciate you to this day. So she was really rocking with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, what I'm gonna do with this? So I get to her, and then she was getting a lot of feedback. Like,
Oh,
like yeah, and then people was like, where the pants from? Where the pants from?
Oh, no
So
way.
from that moment, I was like, all right, cool. I can really make money from this. This is like really a big deal thing. And it's also this one like influencer I follow too. He has his own brand. I seen that he made it out. I'm like, yo, you made it out selling clothes?
Dang.
Actually, like, you know, you doing the same thing as me. I started out in the garage, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that was a moment where I like, aha, like, it's possible. If he can do it, why can't I do it? It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I was like, okay, you know. So
And so you were 19,
Mhm.
right? And you saw this, and then you just figured like, all right, I'm just gonna start designing pieces, and you're just gonna start like selling them.
yeah, I was like, let me just put my work out there, you know, just.
how important was it like that you had that influencer basically not hold your hand but kind of like give you feedback? How important was that?
It was
It kinda
big.
boosted your ego.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
It was
was
feeding onto it because it's like before anybody's saying you're hype, you don't really know.
Nah.
But then, like, to be honest, and like it's kind of crazy that you shout her out because it's like if it wasn't for her, she wouldn't have sparked that in you.
Nah, for real, for like, you know, it was crazy. Like having somebody see something like you don't see, like you see it, but you don't see it because your vision not there. That's why now no longer blinded. Like your vision blurry.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if some of y'all see your vision like sort of a little bit,
Yeah,
it really opens your eyes. Like, okay, boom.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
And then what about now? Like, is there certain people who you're looking forward to work with? Or
Oh yeah. So right now my main target is like just celebrity rappers, and so I got like a whole list this year where I'm gonna go rolling loud. Like I'm gonna push this bad boy out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Good.
NYC, ATL. I'm just trying to be in the places where people there, like high, you know, top people there. So
Sure.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna network. I got some people. I don't know if you guys know that Lil Uzi DM me one.
No way.
It's got, you know, he does have like a really unique style to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
so
did.
hit you up like
he
DM'd you?
did. It was last year.
Like, what was it? What was the product? What
No,
did
no.
he say? Like, how did it?
So how everything came out, you know, a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
ask me how did Lil Uzi DM me, right?
Yeah.
So boom, so I went to New York Fashion. It was like after Fashion Week, so I went there to like this event called Culture Con. Culture Con was like people of like minorities just go out there just be themselves, right?
Sure.
So I went out there, and then after the event, I went to like Soho, New York. So I went to Soho, New York. I met somebody from his entourage. I didn't know it was somebody from the entourage.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure,
me
sure,
me
sure.
being me as a businessman, I'm gonna push my brand out. I'm like, hey, I see like he got something going for himself.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. Let me just go up to him like, hey, I got a brand, you know, tap in with me, blah blah blah. So I went up to him and I started talking to him, I'm like, yo, check me out. This is my Instagram. And soon later, I found out like, hey, like, you know, like that's Lil Uzi.
That's him.
Entourage.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that because like it was like he was talking to me, and after that he smiled like, yo, you know who I am? I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know who you are. He was like, hold on. Pick up the phone. Hey, yo, Uzi. And then Uzi was in the studio at the time. He was at the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, yo, Uzi, look at this dude. All right. And then Uzi just hang up, blah, blah, blah. And so a couple weeks later, Uzi hit me up. I'm like, yo, what the heck? But I remember in that convo, I told him like, yo, please, like, you know, just like I didn't know that at the time. I didn't want to fanboy.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
sure,
yo,
sure,
if
sure.
you get Uzi to just like check my brain out, I'll be
Just to look at
yeah,
it.
just look
yeah,
at. I
of course.
appreciate that. And then so after that, he was like, yeah, well, I'll do that. And then so like I said, weeks went by.
Dang, no way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So he actually like saw your stuff. Like, okay, so did he buy anything or not?
Nah.
that's fine.
That,
But I
that,
mean-
I'm still in the works of that. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get that going because like, you know, if I get somebody just like recognize me, I really appreciate that. But you know,
No, that makes sense. But I mean, just to have somebody like at that caliber,
like that. That's
I do
wild.
music a little bit, and it's not even to plug myself, but it's just
Yeah.
like I would feel some type of way of like Chris Brown like listening to my shit. And I was
Nah.
like, yo, that's crazy.
For
So I
real.
could only imagine like how you felt just having like Lil Uzi Vert just like peeping your stuff.
Nah, it was crazy, man. It's crazy. I had like a lot of other influencers too, but I don't know the top of my head. Like, I can't name. I got so many people like hit me up.
Yeah,
so,
no,
so-
you're-
It's
yeah.
definitely like a different type of, like I said, like bro, fashion and like we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Mhm.
Just like TikTok and like Instagram, like everything's just so out there now.
Yeah.
Like it's really easy. It's kind of really easy for people to be somebody nowadays,
Yeah.
and it's just because like everything's just so accessible. Where it's like before, you know, you had to know somebody. You had to like being like like you had to know somebody from the fashion business, somebody to to kind of like outsource your stuff out there to advertise and to show it.
Yeah.
But it's like now you could just do it on your own. You get one video or one thing that gets like viral, like that's it.
Mhm.
But like touching on that, where does your creative process come from?
It just my random thoughts. Like,
Yeah,
it just,
so like run us through an idea. Like, so for an example,
Mhm.
For
Yeah.
for that.
yeah,
For
like
that
just
piece?
are you like kind of like set the scene. Like, are you driving? You just think of an idea, you gotta go home, or like are you dedicated to where you put time aside every hour? I'm gonna just sketch a design.
Nah. So basically, for me, how my creative process works, like I had to be seeing new things. I had to be traveling. I had to be moving around, like going out, seeing the world, because that's how me personally, I get creative thoughts. You know, basically sometimes I go to Ringling Museum. I come Ringling, look at the art. I think to myself, how does one person start from scratch to start this?
Yeah.
And I get like little characteristics of that piece, like, okay, take it back home. It just like, it'd be actually random too. Also, I'd be at the gym and working out. Boom, I got an idea. You know,
Really?
boom, I
Yeah,
got an
that's
idea.
right,
It'd be so crazy, but at the same time, like I'm forming my head like what I want the next collection to be. I'm
Yeah.
always thinking ahead. Like I'm always thinking like one step ahead. Like, so right now I got my like spring collection plan done already.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
So you're
and
just
then-
waiting to drop it.
Yeah, waiting to like get production samples, all that stuff.
Sure.
So I'm slowly piecing things together, like what works and what not. But every day change for me. Like being a creative, like me, every day changes. Like every day,
Yeah.
like one day I can be feeling like this design. Nah, next day it's scratching.
I know it is. Yeah. No.
So
That's
that-
a hard part.
So that's the hardest part about like creative clothes, because it's very seasonal too.
Yeah.
And you got to keep up the season. Like, okay, you dropping shirts in the winter time. Like over here in Florida, you can do that.
Yeah.
But up in ATL, a lot of states that the market over there,
Yeah.
you can't do that. So you won't get
Yeah.
as much profit, or you won't get as much sales how you want it, because you only can get like particular area, region. So that's why
Do you know where like the majority of your sales come from? Like I would imagine, like does your website tell you like
Yeah. So Shopify tells me, I think ATL
shout
and
out Shopify?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, no, this is not a paid ads. So
yeah, no, they're not paying us yet.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But nah, right now it's ATL and
Yeah.
New York. So
You actually get people from New York?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ATL? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But like you gotta think about it, those are like the fashion staples.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why for them they see me like, okay, like me, they're probably like, it's a different brand. I take it's something different from them.
Sure.
For me, it's really big, like from people in New York wearing it, because like it goes spread like fire. So
yeah.
What
What do you feel like? Where do you feel like your taste in like fashion comes from?
Oh, that's
Like, what
a
influenced
good
you?
question. That's a good question. I mean, there's a lot of things that influence me, but I think there's a lot. There's a lot,
Yeah,
man. Like
no, I know. It's like
I'm very diverse. Like I'm very, very diverse.
like is there like musicians that you look at? Is there like basketball players that you look at? Like, cause I know like football players, bro. They do like a whole fashion show whenever they're coming out. Like I don't know if you watch
That's
football
right.
at all. Basketball players too. After when they do the after the game interviews.
Yeah.
Bro, they're all like they look fresh. So it's like I'm curious to know like where does like your inspiration come from as far as like
I mean,
the style of.
So like for me personally, where I get my style from, I get it like from this is one basketball named Shy Alexander.
Shout out Shy.
Man, he go crazy. Like I don't know how you do it. I look at his pieces like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah,
like
it looks hard.
it's so
Yeah.
hard. So I get my inspiration from him definitely. I'm gonna try to get him some visionaries soon. I know some connections. I'm gonna try to get him some visionaries soon. Like so, if you see this, hey,
That's
I'm
right.
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Speaking into existence, that's a big
Thanks,
thing.
man.
Our dealership actually sells cars to Shy Alexander.
For real?
Yeah.
Hey
I
man,
do a
look,
lot of business with him.
hey look, hey man.
That's a plug.
Nah, for sure. I'll definitely see if I can.
But
make that
nah,
happen.
so I get definitely from Shy. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Yeah,
like I got like like a whole different mood board. You know, I'll be on pictures. Like
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I know pictures so low key. I'll be on pictures. Like I have a whole mood board, like different people wearing stuff. So it's like very diverse. So I don't have like particular somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just be really like looking like all the time, like I take pieces from something like so exquisite.
Yeah.
I like that, and then I just bring it to my fashion, my style. So
Like, are you drawing this stuff out? Like, are you on a computer? Like, how are you getting this into real life?
all right, so that process basically, I got an iPad.
Yeah,
I got my
yeah.
notebook. So certain designs. So like certain designs you can
Put a little bit closer to you.
Yeah. So certain designs you can put on like automatically on the computer because like they're just vectors like that, simple stuff. But some designs you gotta put on paper, and from the paper take a picture of the paper, put it upload on the computer, and then go to Illustrator and then vectorize it, all that stuff. So it's a tedious process, especially like me. I'm running a business and at the same
Right.
time designing, so it's like very, very. I gotta maintain, especially I'm doing solo. I don't know if I told you guys this.
No.
I'm doing this
So it's all you.
Oh,
100%?
all me, man, all
So
marketing.
you got no visionary team. You got marketing.
Nothing.
It's all you.
you.
Organic. So me, solo,
killing it.
Dolo.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro.
But you know, this year I'm trying to like build a team slowly but surely because I
Yeah.
know that once you have a team, you can just take off like crazy.
So let's talk about that, right? Because you just said you're solo.
Mhm.
Now, do you have a daytime job now?
yes, I do. I do have a daytime job.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
So my job, I work like 3 days a week. You
Yeah.
know, so low key. But I do that just because like you know, there's no rush to success. Like I know when my body tells me, like me personally, I'm very spiritual, so. I'm gonna know when it's time to go. Like I'm gonna know, okay, my body, like, hey, time to go, let's go.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So that's why I'm just trusting the process and just having fun with it because like I'm just because I'm not probably in a position that like me working that day job ever again.
Sure.
So I'm just enjoying it while it lasts because you know, time fly by fast. I might blink one day, boom, we out.
And that's so nice that you kind of say because usually everybody that watches TikTok or stuff like that, everybody
Bro, like,
imagines,
overnight.
oh, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna quit everything and just focus on putting out merch or something like
Yeah.
that. And it's nice that you're out and open, like, hey, where I still have a 9 to 5 for certain
Yeah.
days, and I still do this. So
Yeah.
it's nice that you are actually saying it because it motivates people, you know.
Yeah,
Because some
man.
people, I feel like we look at our phones, we're like, man, these people are like selling houses,
Yeah.
doing
social
this.
media, man. Social media can mess you up, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
it
it's
is.
so easy to fall into that trap.
Yeah, so
because
easy.
people they only post their highlights. Nobody
Yeah.
really likes posting like their down moments. And
But
that's-
let's talk about that for just
Yeah.
a second. Do you guys think people would even care if we post our like, oh man, I didn't get this opportunity? Do you think people would care?
Nah, I mean, there's probably like some channels or like some pages on TikTok who care. Like some people, I feel there's like a group of people who do care about that.
Yeah.
But majority of people, no, they don't care
They
about
don't
that.
care,
They
bro.
don't care about that.
But
Yeah.
that's why I feel like people just post like their winnings because like
Yeah.
no one really cares.
well, because it's like a highlight reel, and
Yeah.
not only that too, like it looks attractive.
Yeah.
Right. Like let's be honest, like. I'm pretty sure the reason why people get so many followers is not because they're showing, you know, the reality of things. You
No,
know, they like
true.
to show like, hey, yo, this is what I'm doing, and they're tapping in and they're like, yo, like I want this life, I want this and I want that. So it's just like, it's sad to say, but it's like the ground moment's not attractive.
yes.
No.
It's not lit. It's not. No one's paying attention to it, which
So-
just sucks because that's where like the beauty is.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's where it all is.
Yeah,
bro.
trust the process, man.
That's where the
Trust
process-
the
the
process.
the process is so beautiful.
You gotta love the,
The process is so
too,
beautiful.
bro.
For real. There be moments like I be in my house, but like, yo, one day I'm gonna think in the future of this time I'm thinking of right now, like me sitting down in my bedroom, like just dreaming of that. I don't know if that makes sense.
That no, that is so important, and I feel like, bro, I feel like this generation it sucks because I feel like we spend so much time on our phones and like
Yeah.
looking at other people's lives, we fail to reflect on our own, and that right there, like just envisioning your future,
Yeah.
because bro, it even says it like I don't know if you're spiritual or not, but it even talks
Mm-hmm.
about it like in the Bible, like it's very important for you to just sit down and just picture it.
Yeah. I'm
Like
trying to
just
tell
picture
you.
it, speak it into existence, like write it down, like put it on a board, make
Mm-hmm.
sure this turns into like real life, whether it's paper, whether you're typing it out, whether you're even just talking about it with somebody.
Yeah.
Talk about it with yourself. It's so important because it's like if you're so busy looking at other people's lives, you never get to work on yours.
That's true, man.
Never.
That's
You never
true.
you never get to tap into what's up here.
Mhm.
If you're so busy like distracting yourself and looking at, you know, other people living their own life. It's crazy. That's really important that you do that.
No, that's good, man. That's a good statement too. Like also too, like for me personally, Like a lot of people like, do you ever like worry? A lot of people ask me, do I ever worry about, you know, if I'm gonna be successful, or are you scared of the success? I'm like, nah, man. For me personally, if every day I get better 1%, that's what I mean. I go to the gym, or just, you know, always learning, like read a page of book at least one time a day.
Yeah.
Every day I'm getting better than the day before, I'm gonna win. Like, it's like you can't lose, you know, like because you're a better man, a better person from the day before. You can't lose, man. You can't lose.
Where did this mindset come from?
I mean,
for you personally.
Shout out to my mom, man. She really,
for sure.
yeah, she really instilled like a great mind. She grew me into the man I am. Like, without her, man, like I don't know where I'd be, you know, just because she really, really like it's still in my head, bro.
Yeah.
Especially like I'm Haitian, so like from our culture, we very, very, very strict, and like so she put that in an early age and just made me to who I am. Like, yo, you know, nothing's given in life. You know, if you want something, go chase it, go get it. Like, that's why me personally, I'll be traveling all the time, because I know that success not gonna just go to my doorstep, or that opportunity not gonna come to my doorstep. So I'm gonna go get it. You know, I'm gonna go chase opportunity, because you have a better chance of getting it like that. And then you sitting down in your crib, it's like, oh, it's gonna come to me one day, and that day might never come. So
that's true. Can you talk about a little bit of your upbringing?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So you know, like me and my culture, I was
like, are you originally from the area, like?
Oh, me personally, no, I'm from Boston.
You're from Boston?
Yeah, I'm from up north, so you know that's why I probably get a lot of my, you know, my style from
it
too.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So
makes sense.
That actually do make sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Think about it, like,
cause I was like, dang, like, no, I mean, it's just like,
how do you
Florida,
get that style?
Like,
Florida style is just so different, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
I don't think about that like that. Like, damn, like, yo,
like in high school, like, I don't know what we were in high school, Christian, like skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie.
Aeropostale.
Yeah,
Or
Aeropostale,
then we were
Hollister.
Guy Harvey.
Yeah, like
it was
a weird time.
Nah, it was crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I remember this one outfit I wore. Like, I had some crazy outfits. I remember this one time I was wearing boat shoes with Nike Elite socks with khaki pants.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like would wear like Sperry's and like the Nike socks.
Yeah, I was wearing. I was wearing Nike like Elite socks, all high socks.
Yes.
Bro, that was. I forgot about that, bro. That is so true. Or like basketball shorts.
Yeah.
Basketball shorts. Like they got the boat shoes and the high socks. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. So
that's crazy.
I was going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But that was just my fashion at the time. Man. I was just going the trend. That was a crazy time.
Yeah, it was
scary, very
so
scary.
So like, how old were you when you moved from Boston over to Florida?
I was like
how old?
I was probably like 6'5".
6'5".
Yeah, so that's where I had like enough time for me to, you know, see the fashion up there.
Yeah.
You know, that I remember vividly.
Yeah.
So, you know, that for a young age like that, you can't really, you know what's going on.
Yeah, nah.
But so for me, I was able to see my surroundings. So I appreciate that a lot for real. So, you know.
No, yeah, for sure. But I think we're gonna take this time to go on a break. We're at the 30-minute mark, so we shall be back.
Let's get
we'll
it, man.
Be back.
Stop playing.
Okay.
All right, so we're finally back. We had to take a drink break.
Little piss break.
Yeah, a little piss break
you
too.
know the vibe. Stop
but
playing.
We're back.
All right, Christian, let's talk about your chain.
Hey, man.
We gotta talk about that chain, bro.
Hey, man.
That shit's fake,
You got
bro.
the foo.
Oh boy, it was a little warm in here last time, so I had to bring some ice to keep it cold.
Hey, man. He got
free 99.
No,
shout out to Johnny Ding, you know,
right here.
Johnny Ding.
No, but no, this is you called it. This is fake.
Shout out David's.
Shout out David's.
I ain't gonna call him out. Let me not.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with wearing fake jewelry, man. Fake it till you make it, man.
That's
what I'm
actually a
saying.
good question. Like, what's your opinion on fake jewelry?
I mean,
Just
like,
little side.
starting out, man, like if you're really working towards something,
Yeah.
and you want to wear fake jewelry, but you know at the end of the day you're gonna get to that goal.
Yeah.
Man, wear it, like, you know. But if you wearing it to flex,
That's
Yeah.
right.
like, don't wear it to flex, man. Like, so you're finna get called out one day.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I saw a video where, like, I don't know if you are you familiar with Chad Ochocinco?
Yeah.
Well, he's a football player. He makes so much money, and the guy says he's like, I've never purchased real jewelry ever in my life. So like, even when he was young, making millions and millions of dollars in the NFL, he never wore like fake. He always wore fake jewelry. He never wore real jewelry.
Yeah.
And
So I was
that's
just like-
and that's why I went and bought it. I bought it yesterday. I bought it yesterday because I watched that. I watched
Shout out
that.
Chad Ochocinco.
He's
And,
so inspirational, man. Look at this man.
He's like right here. Look,
So
I'm
inspirational,
like,
man.
He's like, and that's why I bought it.
and that's why I bought it. So yeah, a little bit about me, bro. I'm super cheap.
Hey, man, got
So
to.
I was like, I told everybody I'm gonna get a fake chain. Like they look, I like it, but I'm like I just can't. I just can't get around to like
Some people can't, bro.
buy it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
can't. This is my little my girl makes fun of me all the time. 'Cause look at her neck, bro.
Those
She
are
got all
nice,
the ice.
though.
Yeah,
I got this little baby jewelry, bro. It hurt my pocket. I was like, I ain't trying to spend that much on jewelry because I used to just go to like TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
Shout out TJ Maxx because every single time I go there, like I always buy like their chains, like their bracelets and stuff,
yeah,
just for like an aesthetic.
yeah.
But then
aesthetic.
I was like, she's like, you gotta get you something real, and I was like, let me get something that doesn't break it. So it's real, bro. You can't see it, but it's real.
Oh my God,
I get you. We're gonna have to test it. We're gonna have that.
Yeah, we gotta test. We gotta go test it. Nah, but all right, we back. So let me get right into it because
Yeah,
obviously, you know, shout out Luke,
Hey, man.
the fashion enthusiast right here. So
Mhm.
when you're somebody at the caliber of fashion that you're at, which means
Yeah.
like designing your own clothes, and you know you have your particular style.
Mhm.
Tell everybody what is it like datings?
Mhm.
Like, what is it like dating? Like, as far as like, does your girl have to match the level of like fashion that you have?
I mean, starting out, it was like kind of like new to her because she was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, like, this is somebody who's know how to dress, you know."
Yeah.
And
So are
she-
you taking?
Yeah, of course. You
Okay,
know what I'm saying?
bet,
Shout out to my
alright.
girl. She, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we plead the fifth.
Bobby,
We plead the fifth.
Bobby 2 years, you know, so she
Shout out
she
to
really
you.
been
Shout out,
solid.
bae.
So at first it was like really, you know, difficult for her because she never had somebody who was dressing like the way I was dressing.
Yeah.
And so you know, for her too, like even dating me with my business, you know, always gotta be interacting with people. It's very complex, but she caught on slowly. Her jewelry collection getting better than mine. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Her shoe collection. So it's like a process, you know.
Yeah,
I tell her like our thing is like trust the process. We trust the process, and like in the beginning, we know that it's not gonna be, you know, overnight, you
For
know,
sure,
fixed
yeah.
and done. So it was a process thing. So you know,
Now, when you say it's a process thing, is it like because you guys had to talk about it, or she just like
mean,
assumed
No,
the
no, no.
role?
What he did, I'll tell you exactly what happened. He was like, babe,
hey,
I'm coming around these nice dressing people. You gotta step it up a little bit.
Or else you gonna stay home?
Yeah, and we're like, you wearing that?
wait,
Go
not,
change.
not gonna
Go
lie.
change.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like at first, it was like, cause we went to all these big events
For sure.
you know, and I'll be like, hey, you know, you gotta put it on too. You know,
Yeah,
I can't
I
go
can
over.
imagine she's like very intimidated.
Yeah, at first, yeah, it was like I remember like last year's SneakerCon, it was her first time going to the big event,
Yeah.
and it was so different. So she was like, "Oh snap!" Like you know, I was dripped out. You know, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, for
But
sure.
she had something casual, you know, and she was so new to this fashion world. Especially if you go to SneakerCon, you see everybody dripped out, dressed
Yeah,
out.
bro.
And but ever since then, we traveled LA, ATL, New York, and she just getting inspiration from that. And get inspiration from my style, and just slowly build her own style too. So it's a process thing, you know. So
Yeah.
everything takes process. Trust your partner, and just build them up, you know. And tell them like, hey, this is what I feel like you should wear, or this is what will look good on you. So
So you became like her designer kind of in a way.
you know a little bit,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
had to, bro. You got to.
personal,
Yeah, you got
personal
to.
stylist, you know.
Yeah,
So
I'm with that. My fashion
for
ain't
free
all
too,
that,
man.
yeah.
I'm here for free. I don't get paid. Like that's crazy.
That's true.
Talking about getting paid, have you thought of doing that? Maybe like in the future, like having people pay you to like kind of make sure their closet looks good and
That's
stuff.
Oh
crazy.
yeah, like a
Because
straight up
that's
designer,
that's
bro.
a that's another
That's a thing.
stream of money.
Yeah.
That's an actual thing, bro. People
I was
do
thinking
that.
about that. I was actually thinking about that. I was looking at a couple stylists and designers right now, like for personal like celebrities. I'm like, yo, how do one person get to that? But it's the process, and like everything process. You got to network connections. It's gonna take time for me to get that position.
Yeah.
But one thing I know that I'm building a portfolio with my brand that I can showcase. Hey, I know how to put it on. I know how to dress. You
Yeah.
know. So if you need somebody, this is what I got. So that's why I know that it's gonna come over time. I'm gonna put myself in rooms and you know places that will give me the chances.
For sure.
But like I said, it's gonna happen. You know, take time for that stuff to happen. So that's one thing I've been working on. That's crazy you brought it up because I actually been thinking about that. So
Yeah,
you
being
know,
a designer, that's dope. I know there's a lot of money, but Chris Brown, I like Chris Brown. A lot.
you saw his closet.
Yeah.
You saw his closet?
I literally go on his Instagram all the time just to see what he's wearing.
Nah, that's
I'd be
crazy.
like, whenever
That
I
man
get
can
like,
dress.
whenever I need to buy something, I'm like, what's Chris Brown wearing? He's got, bro. I don't know, bro. That guy's on another level with everything. But
Chris
I love,
Brown?
bro. Yeah, he's like low key little man crush. I can't believe I just said that out loud. Nah, but for real though, bro, I be looking at his stuff and I'm like, yo, I like the way the man dressed. Like, I don't know, bro.
No, I respect that though. I
Can we
respect that.
can we take that out?
Hey, we definitely gonna take that out on TikTok.
Yeah. Shout out Chris Brown.
Shout out Chris Brown.
We're gonna tag him.
No, I do, bro. I be stalking.
That's
that
a
man,
clip.
bro. No, anyway. Christian, can we get on to the real questions here?
No. No, you're doing good. You're doing good. But for the people probably watching,
Yeah.
Now, business.
Mm-hmm.
What secrets can you tell the people out there that want to follow into your footsteps or want to like are thinking of doing their own brand or something like that?
For sure.
I mean, if you start your own brand, you just gotta like really figure out what works for you. You know, like what's your aesthetic, what's your style, and don't like copy and paste. You know, because a lot of people nowadays on TikTok, a lot of brands starting out, they copy and paste, see what someone else is doing. Someone else doing something that works for them, but probably won't work for them. Like a person who try to copy them. So that's why I try to tell people just like find what works for you. Like me personally, I found what works for me. And at first it was very, difficult because nobody really like understood like, okay, like, what is this man Luke doing?
Yeah.
He putting, I don't know if you guys see like some of my pieces have Chinese lettering.
I've seen that.
So that referring to one question earlier, that's where I got a lot of inspiration from too, like the Chinese culture, the Japanese culture. I appreciate that 'cause I grew up watching anime. That's crazy. Like, everything's rerouted now. So I grew up watching anime and I got inspiration from that. So knowing I got inspiration from, that TV show that I grew up watching, I infuse that to my fashion. So, just find things that make you happy, that you like and enjoy, and just really make something works for you. So the best tip I say probably just like, there's a lot of tips, man. There's a lot of free game. Like, there's a lot of free games.
Give everybody the nuggets.
Probably the tip that works for you is like, really, when you're starting out, you gotta, damn.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
You touched on it a little bit that you're a solo, like you're all by yourself.
Yeah.
Meaning like, so you do like all your sales are by
Design.
yourself, all your marketing is all by yourself, all your designs are all by yourself. And then given to her, you touched on it a little bit. You said you started from like your garage, so like everything you're doing like all by yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that it's just like you just woke up one day and you just became like, yo, I'm a designer and I started a store, but it's not that easy.
Do you recommend people going out there and buying like 100 shirts or like what do you kind of?
So like, if you're starting out, just start something simple like, get like a t-shirt and a heat press or something simple like Cricut Cricut Maker, just something simple that you get like the idea of like printing a shirt. That's what I did. Like that's probably the basic thing that everybody who start like t-shirts probably did this process. Like get heat press, Cricut Maker, and do it like that. So you get your like feet wet and like how damn
material.
The one material, like learn materials like that. So it's like really just like get your feet wet in this fashion world, because this fashion world, it's crazy, bro.
It changed, bro, like that.
I ain't gonna lie though, like starting out for me was so like complex because like it was a new world, new language for me. It was so complex, meaning like I didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't have no handouts. Like I was like a lost pup.
Would you use like a lot of like YouTube?
Man, YouTube University, man. Shout out to YouTube. Listen, like
YouTube's everything. YouTube got everything.
So staying to your question, like watching a bunch of YouTube videos will like really change your way, your will, your life really like a lot, because YouTube was there for me when I had nobody,
Sure,
so
bro.
YouTube really taught me how to heat press a shirt or do little things. So like on Photoshop, if I don't know how to do something, I go on Photoshop how to make this certain design or this effect. So everything, YouTube, how to do this, how to do that. And I slowly building the skills from that. Like from that video, I learned that, boom, it's in my backpack. It's in my backpack. It's in my toolbox. Everything like that. So it was like slowly everything I'm learning from one particular design or one particular style. I was just learning, accumulating so many different things. So definitely watch a bunch of YouTube videos, because there's so much free game on YouTube. Like people this generation, they like a lot of people want handouts, but man, YouTube have everything. Yeah, and you don't want to overlook that, because YouTube is there to stay for a long time. So
no, for sure.
they're gonna start paying people to join, like watch YouTube videos. I feel like, me personally, I feel like they're gonna do monthly memberships pretty soon, because people understand YouTube is crazy, bro.
Nah, it is.
Like, YouTube can get you out of any pickle.
Anything.
YouTube can teach you anything. I learned how to play guitar off YouTube.
Damn.
Bro, everything on YouTube. But
and now, obviously, you're doing your brand and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but how hard is it to like stay focused and have friends with this brand? Or with a busy schedule like yours?
It's very complex, like, because me personally, I'm doing solo.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very complex because like I barely have time for myself. I don't play no video games. I don't do nothing. I don't watch no TV shows. Like I watch like YouTube. That's YouTube.
Yeah.
Shout out to YouTube, man. Listen, shout out to YouTube. Everything YouTube. But like it's very dating. Everything is very complex. Till like I get to a level, I know that it'll be easier down the road. That's why I'm so like very patient about it, because like I know that one day I'm gonna have a team. I can fall back from how hard I'm going right now.
Yes.
That's why I'm just going as hard as I am right now, because I know that one day I won't go as that hard. So, it's very complex, because like there's so many different stuff in play, like this clothing brand space. Like you got, like I said, you gotta know fabric. You also want to know different type of material. You also gotta keep up the season. You gotta make content videos on TikTok, marketing and stuff. So it's like,
it's important,
and it's all you.
Yeah, and you still got your real life too. Also, I got to like do little things for my real life. So it's very, very consuming.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how hard is it for like? And a lot of people don't understand this too, because it's like a lot of people think like, all right, you're working on this stuff, and but they're still partying and going out, hanging out with friends, doing all that stuff. Playing, like you said, playing video games, like that, all that stuff takes hours out of the day. Whether you even like time with your girlfriend, time with your friends, time playing video games, time just like messing around, time scrolling on TikTok. So for you, like, kind of talk about how important it is, like, to the viewers, like how important it is to say no.
Oh,
like,
man,
to all these stuff.
It's very crucial, important. Like you gotta like know when to say no. Like a lot of people, always like, it was a point in time a lot of people used to ask me to go out. And let's hang out. I just say no, and then they started to get like, oh, let me not ask Luke no more. Let me not ask Luke, because they already know the answer was gonna be no. And it was just like, I mean, of course, you gotta have a creative balance of when to work and when to play, because you don't want to burn yourself out. But I knew I had this idea, because my mom taught me, like, yo, sometimes you just gotta know when, like, you just gotta grind, and when to enjoy yourself. So this is a fine line. You just gotta really know yourself and know your threshold and where your life is, because a lot of people's life is different. So I can't really tell you what you can do, but you really just gotta figure that out. Have a creative balance that can really get you to a comfortable balance. Just like something comfortable. So just something simple. So.
And what do you do with your friends, or the discount, or the magic word of free?
Dude, that's such a good question.
Oh man,
bro.
Listen.
Be like, yo, this is fire. Yo, can I have this? You be like, what?
Nah, at first, like, I had to, like, I say had to, but I give some products out for free, just because I was looking at long term, because I was like, okay, if I give this out for free, 10 more people might see on this person just because they know that person.
Yeah.
So I was looking like that mindset. I was like, all right, I might probably losing money on the back end. On the front end, I'm getting more eyes on the brand name, spread the word, like guerrilla marketing, just push it out there. So I didn't see the money at the time, but now I start to see the money, because it started to like the brands all over the place. So that's the method I used in the beginning. But now, like, how to do discounts, I got brand ambassador programs, meaning people who want to do a brand ambassador, be on my brand ambassador team, you get 15% off. So every time someone uses a discount code or like use your link, you get points, and the points add up for you to get like products on my page.
Free merch?
I mean, if your points, like, if the the amount of points that add up to that, there's like a threshold. Yeah, you get free products. Yeah, basically.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it's a simple process, but to be a brand ambassador, you gotta like have your own style,
Yeah. So it's like no, that's a good incentive. So like if somebody has a little bit of like a following, and then they got like a little bit of style, and then they keep shouting out your stuff, and then people keep buying through their discount code, and then they get the points up, and then like they can get some of your stuff,
and they get free stuff, and then it just let the person just engage more and allow them to like, okay, there's no dead end goal. Like them promoting my brand, because I want to make people promote my brand, like my brand, like,
of course,
give them a incentive, because you always want to give people a incentive, because people are not gonna do nothing for free.
No,
exactly.
And so if you always give somebody a incentive, like, hey, if you keep pushing my brand out, you're gonna get free products. Oh yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it all day.
Yeah,
so
like, bro, that's a no brainer, bro.
That's a no brainer. So that's a really good method that I like to use. So, to young clothing brand owners, like, definitely use brand ambassador programs. Just like really just push your stuff out. So.
And what do you feel about like your friends too? Like, for an example, like you say, like just starting off, like just giving some stuff to your friends just so that they can post and be like, yo, look what I'm wearing. So like it kind of makes it look like, all right, look, these people are like wearing Luke stuff. So like Luke stuff might be popular because they're probably buying it and they don't know.
Yeah, that it's all I mean, I feel like that it's all depending where your point in life is. So some people actually,
I'm saying like starting off.
Oh, starting off, yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So if you do that, like, it is a great like way of marketing, because a lot of people, they don't know like if somebody buying your product or not. They just see on one person body, and for you to put your product on multiple bodies, people are okay. So if you have like just multiple people wearing your stuff, people are gonna buy your stuff, man.
Of course,
people are gonna buy your stuff regardless. So.
And what's the one mistake that you think a lot of people create or make whenever they're doing that?
They can get out of hand because you don't want to overdo it if you're not making no money. Because at the end of the day, it's a business at the same time. So you want to still keep it like a nice balance, because if you keep giving the price for free, people are gonna expect that, and if you deny them, they're gonna be like, hey man, you know, I don't rock. You know, they feel the type of way about it.
Yeah.
So you gotta let people know, like, hey, just for one time. After that, you just purchase. You know, you gotta purchase the product, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the way, man. So
all right. So last question, and then we're gonna end it
Hey.
here. What's like a mistake? Like touching a little bit like what Christian said.
Yeah.
What's like a mistake that you felt like you've done, that you've learned from, that you could like maybe stop somebody from doing who's starting their own clothing brand?
oh man, this is the
Like if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self.
this is the number one thing, man. You gotta get samples of your product, man.
Samples of your product.
Listen, let me tell you guys a crazy situation, man. This is something I've been holding. Like I never got to say it out loud.
Oh, right here, this
So-
is it.
bro.
So like at the time, in the beginning, like I had this one manufacturer, right? So like he his price was good, you know at the time for me it was pretty good. I didn't really care, and I didn't know nothing about making a mock-up. You gotta create a mock-up. A mock-up is basically like a instruction for the manufacturer to follow.
Oh.
So if you don't have no mock-up, manufacturer go do what they want to do, not what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, it's about money. They don't care about like if
Quality.
yeah, they don't care about
yeah. But if you tell them what to do exactly, and they send a picture and you don't like it, you still in the right, because you send them already what do you want exactly. So for me personally, in the beginning, I told the manufacturer what I wanted, but it was not a clear cut instruction, like mock up, not like I do now. So with that, oh man, so this one manufacturer was one of my designs in the beginning. That was like, I just sent him a picture, like I drew it real quick, put it on my computer, design it real quick, sent it to him like, hey, do this for me.
Okay.
With no sizing, no size chart, no size chart, no measurements on the designs, nothing. Just like, you do it for me, match it exactly to the picture, and
It looked terrible.
but no, the thing about it, right? So it was actually these hoodies in the beginning, right?
Okay.
But it was the pink and brown ones.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. So the pink and brown ones, I ordered about like 150 of them.
150 of them?
150 of them. That's about like,
Ooh.
that's a good amount of money, right? 150 of them. So when I received them, there was some of them peeling after the first couple washes.
Oh,
So like,
no.
so that's why I was saying, because like you also do sample your products because you want to test the manufacturer out.
Yeah.
Because at the time, that was my first product with that type of material, with
Yeah.
like puff print.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
tedious. If you don't know how to do puff print, bro, it's very, very tedious, because like some people, they get puff print and they wash it one time and it comes off.
Oh,
That's why
snap.
you have to find a manufacturer who can do it correctly, because some manufacturers can't do it correctly.
Yeah.
And that's why sampling products is so crucial, because like I sample the product now, boom, I know what to expect.
You already know what to do. You already went through
But
it.
Yeah.
that was a costly mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
bro.
yeah, so about that again. So boom, right? So when I like did my first wash test, I looked at my mom and was like, hey, I can't sell this. I can't sell it, because like one thing about it too, free game is like, if your product is not what you want, don't sell you. Don't sell
it.
it.
Yeah, don't
because
try to rush-
because
don't try to rush into it.
because let me tell you, people talk. It spreads
they
like
do.
wildfire.
No, it does.
And if you make a product that's like not good,
Yeah.
20 people will know about that. But so brand, yo, this thing just peel off. Like, yo, I'm not gonna buy this no more. And then other people be like, oh, I'm not buying it from his brand because so told me. And it'll
Yeah.
be like a whole train effect. So the value of brand is gonna go down. So at the time, I was like, yo, I cannot sell this product, man. I'm losing money, especially starting out. You was like, yo,
Yeah.
you need that money. You need the money because you're starting out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? So what I did, I threw all of them away.
Ooh, man.
I swear, a homeless person probably seen me doing it. I threw all 150 hoodies away, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just get the blank ones. I'm gonna just get blank versions of these hoodies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna heat press it myself,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
right? So I'm gonna do that process. So when I did that process, it was all right, not bad, but it wasn't, how like.
But you
now-
were able to do the measurements, and you were able
Yeah,
to have
it's-
a good idea of what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah,
So when you
yeah.
send it over to do the mass printing,
Yeah,
you already like, okay, look, he can kind of just like replicate it.
replicate, and then so I got on the blank versions.
Yep.
I heat pressed it, and then I'm like, all right, damn, this is how you do it for real. Like,
Yeah.
I can do it myself.
Yeah.
So after that process, like, all right, cool. And then I sent to the manufacturer, you messed up again. I'm like, all right, man.
Ooh, that's.
I sent to a different manufacturer.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was like this puff print. Like, it's very, very difficult to
Yeah,
find.
which is
manufacturers-
what you have on
Yeah,
that.
who could do it perfectly. It took me about like 7 months if I manufacture to do it perfectly.
Dang.
Different samples, trial tribulations with different manufacturers from China, Vietnam, Pakistan.
Yeah.
No one can do it correctly how I want it. Some
Yeah.
people do it like overdo it and it comes off, or some people don't do it at all. That doesn't give that effect. So it's very, trial error.
Yeah.
The clothing brand thing is very trial error. That's why I say do samples, because it could take like sometimes for the product to come out like this right here.
Yeah.
This manufacturer did it in one shot, the sample.
Oh, wow,
So that's how I know. Like some products, like the one I said, like this one right here, it took almost like 6 months, 7 month process.
And
So
it's just finding the right person to do it, finding the right material, and
Yep.
figuring out all that stuff.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So
And
like-
that's a lot of work that people don't really
yeah,
realize.
it's a lot of money too. That's a lot of thing. Like samples
Oh,
cost
my
like about
God.
like $200, $300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one sample.
So yeah, it's a process. That's why I say this one thing. If you guys seen this, man, do samples just like
do samples.
samples, wash test your products, and just know that your product is the best. Because you want people to wear your stuff.
Can you run through a list? Like, look at the camera and just say,
Yeah.
like, like run through it,
Like you
samples,
just did
wash
right
them,
now.
like what you just did right now.
Nah, for sure. You gotta do samples. You gotta wash tests. You gotta, size measurements. Get people to wear your stuff. Like, let's say somebody want like an oversized tee. You gotta know measurements of that. Like, okay, and to know measurements or something similar, go on like big brand pages like Boohoo Man, or just go on like pages that are popping right now to get inspiration from. Like, okay, this is their size measurements. I want something similar to that.
Okay.
Let me send my manufacturer his size guide and see, okay, can you make something similar to that? Because if I got a shirt from Boohoo Man and I love it, I enjoy it, I love the size measurements,
Yeah.
I want something similar to that. Sent to the manufacturer, they can make some replica of that. So it's there's different ways of doing it, but that's probably the simplest way, because a lot of people will be overthinking it,
Sure.
So hey.
And talking about sizes, how many sizes do you recommend getting
Ooh.
of each?
Oh, yeah, that's a
and-
good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Because still to this day, I don't know. I was playing, but but for me personally, like I got to a point where I got my data,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I see the sizes that people buying for my brand, what's my demographic and everything like that.
Oh, gotcha. True.
So, but in the beginning, it was very like trial and error. You just gotta run through some couple things. Okay,
Yeah.
who's really rocking with it, and then what's your area looking like. So, definitely in the beginning, trial and error.
Trial and
you know,
error.
see,
nothing you could do about it.
yeah, nothing,
automatically
because some people
know.
have a whole different size ranges from someone else. So
Sure.
for me personally, I got like my most probably size probably large, yeah, because it's like medium, because especially my demographic is between like.
Especially after the holidays, right?
Yeah,
Large.
no.
People went from
real,
medium
bro.
to large.
No, for real.
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat, man. You gotta
For real,
eat.
for
So
sure.
yeah.
My bad cutting you. My bad.
Nah, you good.
I just had that joke. I had it. I was like,
It was perfect timing, man. Perfect timing,
for
man.
sure.
Definitely.
Nah, but man, it's been good. It's been fun. Shout out Luke for
Hey, man, listen.
helping out the Connect podcast and just
That's
giving
right.
us some golden nuggets today.
Shout out
But,
to the podcast, man. Listen, one day we're gonna look back like I'm gonna be episode 59, episode 100. I'm gonna come back. Show
that's
love.
right. That's right.
I'm gonna come back. Show
Yeah, 'cause
love.
Got you.
I'm
Definitely.
gonna come back with my team.
That's right. No, for real.
Yeah, we gotta
for real.
come
We
back
got to
here.
talk into existence.
Yeah, bro,
No,
we have
like,
to, bro. Talking into existence.
We're gonna be on episode 50, and then we're gonna. You know what? Let's just do that. Episode 50.
Yeah.
Episode 50,
We're gonna
man.
bring you back.
Hey, clip this, man. Remember,
right here.
clip this
Episode
right there.
50. We're
Episode
gonna bring
50.
you back, and that's right.
We're gonna see how everything changed.
Yeah.
Where we're at.
Hey.
You're gonna see how everything changed.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. What?
Yeah.
All right,
So
just let them know where to find you as far as your Instagram, Snapchat, you got your profile or your store, online store.
Yeah,
all
that's
that stuff,
right.
All that good stuff.
Nah, for sure. Definitely go follow my Instagram page from a brand at Visionary Club _. My website is www.visionaryclubclothing. And, my main page is lpaw4_. So, if you want to see what I'm doing in my life, I'll be very, low key, but at the same time, I show, the
snippets.
snippets of my
sure,
life,
for sure.
So, hey,
Shout out Luke. Shout out Cree. This
Hey.
is the Connect podcast.
let's get it,
go.
man.
Thank
Let's
you for
get it.
watching, guys.
Hey.